monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me. He's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more, feeding from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force to part it. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू टुडे स्ट्रीम। यार आज की स्ट्रीम पे आप सब लोग का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। लेट्स गो, अपनी आज की स्ट्रीम को शुरू करते हैं गाइस। लेट्स गो। मैं मेरा माइक आज पास रख लेता हूँ क्योंकि मैं आज थोड़ा धीरे बोलूँगा। वेट एक बार यार, मैं ये चेक कर लूँ। जीपीयू टेम्परेचर 55 डिग्री सेल्सियस है। यूटिलाइजेशन कम है, 50 वाट की पावर ले रहा है। यार जीपीयू का ना टेम्परेचर मेरे को हाई लग रहा है, पता नहीं क्यों। जीपीयू ठंडा नहीं होगा आई थिंक। मैं यार पता है क्या, स्किप नहीं करना चाहता स्ट्रीम को, इस चक्कर में इसको दिखाऊंगा। पर आज करता हूँ स्ट्रीम के बाद ना कॉल। हमारा गेम ऑन हो जाए आज, वो एक आर्कॉन करके, ठीक है। फिर हम चलेंगे फोर्टनाइट, और हाँ बस फोर्टनाइट ही चलेंगे, ज़्यादा कहीं। हाँ। उफ।
Wait. Whatever.
चलो ये कर लेते हैं पहले, इवेंट शुरू करने से पहले इसको कर लेते हैं फटाफट से, ये तो जल्दी हो जाएगा। चलो लेट्स गो। और यार जो भी स्ट्रीम देख रहा है प्लीज लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब कर देना। मैं आज थोड़ा कम बोलूंगा, ठीक है, पर तुम कर देना। गेम पे ध्यान देते हैं, गेम को एंजॉय करते हैं, फील करते हैं। लेट्स गो। जल्दी कर दिया आज तो यार। अब हमें बस यहाँ से कलेक्ट करते हैं। मेरे को देखते हैं एक चीज, यहाँ प्राइमोजेंस कितने हुए? 600, ठीक है। एक होता है, वेट एक चीज और। अरे ये कहाँ आ गया? शॉप। हम्म 600। यार अपने पिटी कितने क्यों, वो देखते हैं, रुको। पिटी देखते हैं। 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, और ये 75 एग्जैक्ट गाइस, एग्जैक्ट। ठीक है, देखो 800 हो गए ना, तो हम आज पुल कर देंगे, ठीक है। 800 प्राइमर्स होते ही हम आज पुल कर देंगे पक्का, ये करेंगे आज हम। तो अभी हम पे हैं कितने 636 ठीक है 800 होते ही आज पुल कर देंगे गाइस ताकि 5 पुल्स हो जाएंगे ठीक है यहाँ चलते हैं और इधर करते हैं अपना आज के नया आर्कॉन
Hey, you over there?
Bevilius.
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TCG?
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding... all right. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all this. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders, sure.
Great! Since...
I thought you would have already heard.
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived? Then, did you know? There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. It's pretty much just the same. If you're interested, you can go talk.
Good to know. Do you have any...
Let me think. Sounds like... Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though. To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of Forbidden Zone?
It's just a...
Anything else?
Look! There are some people talking over there! Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me...
Hey, speak.
Oh, you think you're special or something?
सही
If
लग
you're
रहा है
here, then you're... Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Isn't that true?
Okay.
There's a group of people over there.
So I said,
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like...
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Really?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself?
A little mistake.
You're...
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon.
People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
So, you two really like to gossip?
No. You don't get it. Whoa.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just put the welfare meals. Talk about the welfare.
Right.
Is that so? To tell you,
Oh, so
you are correct. I am a true professor. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen, kids. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about it.
But did you know that Churier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, speaking of which, the last...
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think... Could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be...
चलो guys, let's go.
We've talked to just about everyone, and
मैं
it's about time for
थोड़ा
us to go meet Linny.
आज कम बोल रहा हूँ
According
but
to the card he left us, we should go meet
तुम
him in
मजे
the
करो,
production
गेम देखो
zone.
यार, मजा आने वाला है. नीचे जाना है यार, नीचे वाली लिफ्ट ढूंढनी पड़ेगी. इधर ही हो नीचे. ये रही. इसको बिल्ड करना है और कैरेक्टर भी अपना बिल्ड नहीं है, पर बिना बिल्ड के भी बहुत तगड़ा मारता है यार.
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars in the academia are prime examples.
अरे अब ये ऊपर दिखा रहा है यार, व्हाट द फक भाई. अब मैं उधर ऊपर कैसे जाऊं? इधर से शायद सीढ़ियां होंगी. ये डालो. भाई तो इतने दूर दूर बनाई है लिफ्ट्स भी यार, क्या बता.
Huh?
That look in your eyes. You found something?
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have...
लेजेंडरी डुओ गाइस, देखो.
He is a Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child...
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase it.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo!
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can... Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eye. Now, let me... And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out...
You can even estimate...
We've been working together. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too. Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are...
What do you want us to do?
Well, I won't... Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with this.
Guys, जो भी stream को देख रहे हैं लाइक मार देना यार. ये स्टोरी अच्छी तो है, पर आज मैं स्टोरी में इंटरेस्ट नहीं रहा क्योंकि आज यार मेरी थोड़ी तबीयत खराब है. उसके चक्कर में मेरा किसी चीज में दिमाग नहीं लग रहा, ठीक है? स्टोरी बढ़िया है, आप लोग देखो पढ़ो बढ़िया मस्त मजा करो. हम एक बहुत तगड़ा केस सॉल्व कर रहे हैं. मिस्ट्री केस जो कि एक मिस्टीरियस डिसअपीयरेंस का केस.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
ठीक है पाइमन, ठीक है.
There seem to be several people inside.
चलो भाई, उनकी बातें सुननी है हमें, ठीक है?
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so why don't we just try to talk to them in person?
Let's go.
Someone, please help! He's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion. Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please lie down over here. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Preliminary.
My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax. Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here? And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How what about here? Does this hurt? Oh, I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
His stomach aches really bad. He was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon...
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down...
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct.
Are you two...
We've been sick a while. I come back every one...
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget...
Hey, don't start arguing now! Please, keep it civil at least. Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone...
But...
Release. It's way too early.
भाई पाइमॉन उन्हें डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर रही
Please
है
allow me to end this boring and useless
हमारा जो
conversation.
ट्रैवलर है वो इधर उधर
Oh,
नजरें
and
मार
Mr.
रहा है
Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this.
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember...
You?
I mean, can you blame me? I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishwin should be back. No.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our med...
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
ठीक है भाई हमें सीजविन ने पिल्स तो दे दिए पर उसके कमरे में हमें बहुत
Miss
उल्टी सीधी चीजें
Levine,
मिली
I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should...
They talk about that before we talk.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon too.
See ya!
दवाई तो मिल गई है गाइस पर अभी
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions and... So his primary symptoms are abdominal pain with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else? That's it. All right then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the No, his base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure he'll recover. Got it. Paimon will hold the traveler... Oh, You're going to take a nap already?
Regular patients better relax completely. Okay.
We've been to lots of places together. He may look a bit under the weather now, but he's actually super strong.
So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry. He'll recover soon.
You're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never...
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world.
Thank you, Miss Sijween.
Thank you, Miss Sijween. भाई कुछ भी बोलो, सीजविन ने हमें अकेला नहीं छोड़ा, कुछ तो है।
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death. No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sijween the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the...
Are we really off track though? There are still few weird things about the place.
Whoa, you really...
देखा भाई, ये हमारा ट्रैवलर सब नोटिस कर लिया। अब उसने पाइमॉन को सब बता दिया है। प्लान बना है गाइस, हमारा प्लान बना है कुछ। अरे लिनेट निकल गई। ठीक है 9th डे में हो गया गाइस, 9th डे आ गया। लेट्स गो।
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Vinny.
भाई 9th डे आ गया, अब लिनी से बात करनी है और चलना है अपने को चाइल्ड से मिलने।
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No,
We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night...
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and infiltrating a guarded... Lynette also...
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Then, let's go...
Is now really a...
According to my observations, see, also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister.
Okay, then let's head over, right?
Let's go guys, let's go. अब हमें वहीं पे जाना है जहां हम उस दिन गए थे और फाइनली डाइव लगानी है। ओ हम इन्फर्मरी जा रहे हैं क्या? Okay.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh, strange.
As expected, Sijween isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely... Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around.
Okay.
Investigate कर लेते हैं,
None
let's
of the
go.
beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except...
That's the one Lynette must...
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up, which means...
भाई लिनेट गायब हो गई क्या?
There are some books. These sure are some interesting.
एक्सेरा
She
भाई
even has books
सब
on
माइनक्राफ्ट का सर्वर
understanding
ऑन कर
people's
दो
motivations
यार
and
द मैन
feelings.
भाई होंगे ऑनलाइन यार उनसे बोल दो वो भी खेल रहे हैं गेम खेल रहे हैं द मैन खेल रहे हैं उनसे बोल दो कर लेंगे
Ah, this is it.
Wait, the space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't... Could Lynette have tried to get it? Let's look around here for some more clues.
भाई लिनेट किडनैप हो गई
There's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all? The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Writhsley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Neuvillette, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that too. Don't...
भाई लिनेट
just think
किडनैप कर
everything
लिया
over. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means... The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds... Could Writhsley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine...
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, If Writhsley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please, talk some sense into him!
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back!
He's rushed out the door! After him!
भाई सीज भी नहीं है
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Someone! Please help! He's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events.
भाई सीज विन बहुत बेकार हो रहा था
What's
भाई
wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
भाई सब
Able
कुछ
to
सीज
read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Lenny! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Writhsley's office.
राइसली's ऑफिस, लेट्स गो। ऑफिस जाना है गाइस हमें। पता नहीं है कौन राइसली, पर उसके ऑफिस जाना है हमें। कोई जल्दी नहीं है गाइस, कोई जल्दी नहीं है, आराम से चलेंगे।
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and you knew we were investigating the infirmary. As for Fremine, no. You probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the...
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he'd definitely try to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity.
So,
some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee that...
You want to see Father?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan?
You people really are. Mr. Linney.
Lenny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to... Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own. and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of...
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my...
Yeah, listen to the Traveler!
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set. Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. Fonta's internal report suggests that...
3 गलत है भाई लोग.
We often see Miss Sijuin observing... the prisoners at work. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because... The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from human.
1 गलत है बस.
I've been told that the infirmary...
So that's what's going... The hidden rule of the production zone. At first we thought she often visits out of her sense of seeing
मेरे पाइमोन ने फिर से चश्मा लगा लिया.
Unfortunately, the recipient... Are we on the...
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration ring.
According to Collins, Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. I've been told that the infirmary is always... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value... The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from human. Fonta's internal report...
2 गलत है, okay.
Fonta's internal report suggests... I've been told that the infirmary is all... The Fonta promoter has been struggling... The research notes said that... We often see Miss Sijuin...
अरे यार, fuck.
The research notes said that... The Fonta promoter has been...
1 गलत, okay.
Fonta's internal report...
Paimon gets that hidden rule of the Pancrate. People can skip, but really... a blood... The company, they came to the Duke, knowing... And so...
I acknowledge, although based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my... Alright, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fred... You'll pay for this... Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigeween. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Sigeween?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigeween... You...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Neuvillette asked me to come here, he told me...
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well?
But I really am. His Grace knows it.
My dear Sigeween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What are you talking...
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigeween, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande. My
Fremine... Fremine...
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
Oh, Fremine इसका छोटा भाई
An
है.
accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial se-
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup.
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not... Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for... Sorry.
Why would he ingest...
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time... Well, you can see how the...
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have...
Locking the door was necessary.
Well, I did try to
It would probably work on...
Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then.
Linny, are you okay? Are you sure?
My hands and feet.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Remine?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
भाई बच गया क्या? जिंदा हो गया?
His breathing's beginning.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They probably went to...
भाई कुछ तो यहाँ बहुत बड़ा लफड़ा चल रहा है, समझ रहे हो? मतलब इन सबको पता था कि हमारा शुरू से मोटिव क्या है, ये वो। ऊपर की लिफ्ट शायद उधर होगी गाइस। रोसोलिनो sorry.
He's awake. Fremine.
We're all here.
The infirmary. How do you feel?
Traveler. Paimon. It's been the sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
देखते हैं भाई इसने क्या क्या देखा। हैं? कुछ बताएगा भाई? वो दिखाएगा, बताएगा नहीं।
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
अरे क्लेमोर चलाता है भाई।
Getting here. Frost is coming.
Frost is coming. भाई जब कोई छोटा सा कैरेक्टर ये चलाता है ना तो थोड़ा वैसा सा लगता है अजीब सा. इधर से शायद रोटेट हो जाएगा.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Enough seems to have served. Place to the correct angle. Correct angle कैसे करूँ? देखो ऊपर तो आ गया. Cannot turn in this direction. अरे अब दूसरी डायरेक्शन में कैसे घुमाऊं? देखो भाई ये क्या करना है अब? ओह अच्छा ठीक है वेट समझ गया मैं समझ गया. उड़ेगा ये करना था. ये करना था गाइस, ये करना था. देख लो
This is where the water starts.
Sorry.
Okay.
भाई साहब इस जुखाम ने तो ऐसी तैसी कर दी भाई.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right... There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's... No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Okay.
I can't die here. I have to push on.
तो ये हुआ इसके साथ सिंपली, ठीक है?
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go think.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go out. Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down.
You should ask His Grace about that.
He'll be... Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come...
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my...
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go. अब हमें जाना है नीचे, उससे बात करने.
Excuse me?
I take it Mr. Fremenet's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss C?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarande. How are you
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten? Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals. Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape. But in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Of course, it's inevitable that the knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Linny's group—
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Clark—
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question and—
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant? Follow me.
भाई साहब
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
हाँ ये भी बात है यार
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or— Whoa!
ओ भाई
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, what a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well...
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
ओ भाई
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
Go on, have a look. I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Very reasonable guesses. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater near.
The concentration of primordial?
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now— Yes. That's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all. Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with... There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the..." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successor. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left, and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of the...
Indeed. It's just as the prophets... To be frank, not prophecies are troublesome things. Just let's go somewhere. This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Lord...
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
How about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. Good. Saves me. Edwin's main area.
You...
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, Hunt...
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants.
Ooh, are they together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What?
How much do you know about Fontanian history?
Not much.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly...
There's a ship in the story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
And where is ship? There's a pirate.
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor materials, so the moment I began to...
Were you inspired by the
maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on
to
cope
legend gamer bhai वो कर रहे हैं यार quest.
For the workers to find out the truth behind this ship.
इसके बाद हम Fortnite खेलेंगे.
Fortress's administrator.
अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट हो तो आप भी Fortnite आ जाना. खेलेंगे एक साथ मजे करते हुए. Let's go.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh,
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great.
ओ भाई ये भी ठीक है, ये भी ठीक है गाइस. देखो हमें मोस्टली जो सारे सीक्रेट्स थे वो पता चल गए. ठीक है, जिसलिए हम यहाँ आए थे. बस एक ही चीज पता नहीं चली कि चाइल्ड कहाँ गया.
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear two people talking.
Must have been Risley and Sijween.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
Yeah, he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations? Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling
अब सही हो गया भाई, अब
relaxed
सही हो
now.
गया. अब इसका छोटा भाई छोटी बहन सब मिल गए ना, अब सही हो
Nobody
गया.
else is around, and Miss Sijween is also busy with something or other. So
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's
Bye-bye.
attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. I spent quite a long time thinking about this.
भाई उसका प्लान ही वही था कि
What's
तुम पहले मेरे
the
लिए पता
fortress
लगाओ
of
फिर मैं कुछ
Narrapede is
करूंगा.
not part of Fontaine's court system. As long as the if I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. If Risley
चलो भाई थोड़ा तो समझदार है लिनी हमारा. लिने बहुत तेज हो रहा है, बहुत तेज हो रहा है बे, बहुत तेज हो रहा है.
the sea will engulf everyone.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have...
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side? Which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, That makes sense to me. The two of you have already aided us far too much. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Heart. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Given your strength, you might not need our help at all. But
Aww, the sounds of that makes Paimon...
भाई भूख लगने लगी पाइमोन को.
Paimon's hungry.
फिर भूख लग रही है भाई इसे.
You've done so much.
Alright, then we'll catch you.
Let's go guys. देखो हमने काफी कुछ फिगर आउट कर लिया है. पाइमोन को भूख भी लग गई है, तो हम नीचे चलते हैं, खाना खाएंगे. उसके बाद होपफुली ये वाली क्वेस्ट खत्म हो जाए, और उसके बाद जब क्वेस्ट खत्म हो जाएगी फिर हम चलेंगे फोर्टनाइट गाइस. लेट्स गो. ये रहा कैफेटेरिया में.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
भाई साहब क्या है ये यार. ये जुखाम बहुत तगड़ी चीज है भाई.
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
What would you like to eat? Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Me too. Don't forget.
No problem.
मैंने बिगेस्ट पोर्शन मंगाया क्योंकि पाइमोन को खाना है गाइस. पाइमोन बहुत खाती है, बहुत खाती है. छोटी सी है भाई वो, पर बहुत खाती है.
So delicious. Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this.
Feeling full yet?
How's delicious?
I'm so...
Sijwin?
A bit of both, I suppose. I'm a melazine, which means I'm very different from human
अब मेरे
beings.
हिसाब से पता
I
है
must know what you're thinking if I want
जो
to
वो
take
नीचे
good
मशीन
care
थी
of
ना,
you. You're really
उसमें
good
भी
at
हम ही को
taking
फिक्स
care of
करने
people.
जाना है,
Even
और
though
बाकी
you're so short, you still
चाइल्ड को तो
talk
ढूंढना ही है.
Really? Oh, and what? Oh, that. Thankfully, Clorand is very strong. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linney as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought
It's no. Get a good night's rest, you two.
चलो भाई, होपफुली ये खत्म हो गई है क्वेस्ट हमारी. आई थिंक हो जानी चाहिए यार, बहुत देर से कर रहा हूँ. यार पता लिफ्ट के बाहर ही ऑप्शन होना चाहिए था यार, कि उससे ऊपर की कर सकते हैं या तो नीचे, जैसे हर जगह था. पर कोई नहीं यार, इसको थोड़ा अगर अलग नहीं बनाते तो फिर थोड़ा सेम हो जाता है इस चक्कर में. ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है भाई. अच्छी तो ये भी है. ये क्वेस्ट हो जाए बस, उसके बाद फिर हम चलते हैं यार फोर्टनाइट. ज़्यादा देर खेलने पे ना बोरियत सी हो जाती है पता है. मैं पहले देखूंगा कि इस क्वेस्ट के बाद हमारे पास 5 वो हुए कि नहीं. फेज तो हम फुल कर देंगे 5, ताकि 80 की पिटी हो जाए. उसके बाद फिर वो करेंगे, ठीक है. उसके बाद फिर 10 एक साथ करेंगे बाद में, जब भी मिलेंगे. चलो गाइस सो जाते हैं. लेट्स गो.
Paimon's super. Delicious.
चलो हो गई गाइस खत्म क्वेस्ट फाइनली.
Out of my way!
Hey?
Get what happened? Why is everyone... No idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Who's...
भाई क्या हो गया बाहर? यार मुझे लगा था क्वेस्ट खत्म हो गई, पर यहाँ तो बवाल चल रहा है.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Hey, what? What's wrong with these people? They won't...
They're here! Yeah! There you are!
Oh, thank goodness!
Quisto and Lavaroon, do you know what happened here?
We came here special. Lavaroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks. Haven't you heard all the stories like that? An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are missing.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up?
Hey, shut...
Okay, whatever. The point is, you should come with us. Yeah, he said to get a...
Oh no, it can't be that thing!
Oh, wait, what? What? Hey!
We have to go find the Duke! You two just go and get out! Go on without him!
Hey, hey! Be kept!
Bye.
Attention, please evacuate upwards and outwards, upwards and outwards. If you're already at the Tasso Slayer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
हमें ड्यूक के पास जाना है गाइस, मदद करनी है. लेट्स गो. हमें मदद का कीड़ा है, हम पास भले मत जाएं.
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
कौन आ रहा है?
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
ओहो, लेट्स गो. भाई जमा दिया इसने, पर भाई फोर्स ज्यादा है. फोगिल देगा, फोगिल देगा.
Three, 2, 1.
ओ भाई. कैरेक्टर तो
This
बैड है.
won't hold it for long. Find Neuvillette. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
भाई साहब हमारे जिम में बहुत जरूरी काम आ गया गाइस.
The gate.
ये कैरेक्टर भी अच्छी है यार, बहुत तगड़ी कैरेक्टर है भाई ये भी. इसका एटीट्यूड ना बहुत मतलब मस्त है, बढ़िया है इसका एटीट्यूड भाई, बहुत ज्यादा. इस पता है देखो, ये जो नए एरिया में जितना भी इन्होंने वो करा है ना. सोल डेविल भाई वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम यार, क्या हाल चाल है? मेरा भी जस्ट डाउनलोड हो रहा है. करो करो डाउनलोड करो, मजे करो. वैसे आप कैसे हो भाई? बस थोड़ा सा जुकाम है, बाकी सब ठीक है.
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her. Will do. You have my sincerest gratitude.
भाई नेविलेट नीचे गए हैं. और हमें फुरीना की रिस्पॉन्स। बताओ भाई, हम एक आर्कोन को सेव कर रहे हैं। बताओ यार, एक ट्रैवलर एक आर्कोन को सेव कर रहे हैं। लेट्स गो, ये भी ठीक है।
Look, there are a ton of. Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Neuvillette has left instructions. Please follow. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the.
हाँ चलो भाई, जल्दी चलो, नेव से बचा लेंगे हम उसे। बहुत ताकत है हम में पैस के यहाँ। जो थोड़ा बहुत जुकाम है उसको खत्म कर देना, वरना देखना कि अगले दिन थोड़ा सा जुकाम बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा। नहीं यार, मेरा दूसरा दिन वैसे ही शुरू हो गया। ठीक है भाई, होगा तो होगा भाई। अब सही कैसे करें? गर्म पानी पी रहे हैं, दवाई खा ली है, अब उससे ज्यादा क्या करें भाई, बताओ।
Oh,
काढ़ा
so
पी
you two
लिया है।
are the honored guest.
Of course.
It is my pleasure.
I've already prepared seats for you.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time. See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
That's good to hear.
नहीं,
So what
दूध-
child said once
सोल्जर भाई,
on
मैं
Mark-
दूध नहीं पीता।
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. Oh, against ordinary people, my
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
Of course. Oh, and just how do you know that?
Because we.
And where did he go after? The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath. Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya. Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye bye. Bye bye. See ya.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long.
Hold on.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come.
Huh? I don't quite understand.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
My thanks to you both. I will take it from here.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow. So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
No, bye.
Sounds about right.
ये ड्रैगन बनेगा क्या? क्या ये ड्रैगन बनेगा गाइस? क्या लगता है?
Day may come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day. This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race. A tsunami of fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
भाई, let's go. उसने पूरा पानी अकेले पीछे करके बंद कर दिया भाई वो शील्ड।
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
भाई साहब just OP भाई
All right.
बस.
Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess, we're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Shouldn't you have gotten used to confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of...
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was obviously a joke. Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Marmonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui.
भाई इसकी पावर तो यहाँ दिखी है समझ रहे हो गाइस Neuvillette की पावर गाइस Neuvillette की पावर
We've spent long enough, Miss Farina.
What are you trying to say?
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you the prophecies hanging above our necks like but you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time.
I am not alone in my doubt. Oh, great Hydro Archon.
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Fontaine will be...
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency
Oh, that look...
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of
The Oratrice?
So you also have no idea. I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on? Oh, great. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Neuvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome...
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although,
भाई ये
I must
तो
say,
नेम
Miss
बड़ी
Farina, you
फिर
seem
थोड़ी
quite insecure. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves. Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that.
यहाँ कुछ तो बीटी है गाइस, कुछ बहुत स्केची होने वाला है।
You're welcome.
ऐसा फील तो हो
It
रहा
is
है।
getting late.
Very well. We'll end.
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the
Paimon's coming too.
अरे किधर है एग्जिट इसकी? चलो भाई जा रही है फाइनली वैस क्या? भाई बहुत विलनी कैरेक्टर है भाई, वो तो बहुत ज्यादा उसमें मतलब करोड़ हो गई है वो अंदर तक अपने विलन वाले एटीट्यूड के अंदर। ठीक है भाई, ठीक है, मस्त कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट अच्छा है, लेट्स गो। अगर तुम्हारे
that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. That was all. Formal talk. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede.
They've all been.
You mean Writhsley. He's a tricky one. By the way, and you can just. You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of...
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused? Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparation?
No need. I will take care. I need to meet with Farina, a Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a work.
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you. You dare to run
ओ
from me?
भाई ये तो पूरा
Stop right this instant.
नजरें रख रही थी भाई।
My goal is just to anything left unguarded is usually just bait. It's just as I guessed. In fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please?
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Farina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake.
भाई साहब ये तो
There's no
बहुत
doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Eudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
ओ भाई तुम मैं क्या देगा तुमने ये स्टोरी समझ आई? ठीक है भाई ठीक है। ये इसे फादर अच्छा ये है क्या इनकी फादर? अरे माँ की आँख
My
भाई
dear
इनकी।
children,
News from the fortress of Meripede.
probably the handiwork of. I'm afraid
ओ इन्होंने यहाँ भी धोखा दिया उसको क्या?
Opportunity. The value of set up a meeting for me. I would like. Oh, and I have an addition.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not the initiative, but.
भाई ये तो गलत हुआ।
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you.
You attacked the Hydra?
It wouldn't mean anything, even if you shouted it from the rooftops. After all, Even Farina herself is... I've now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and cares. Of course, that is... It is, however, quite... Don't you think Fontaine is quite... Ultimately, though, you don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve. And as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday. He certainly returned quickly. You must...
Neuvillette?
For now, yes. Thank you for protecting Farina. To put it simply... So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure. Permission granted.
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our... You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super...
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics. I believe so. And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
Dragon of Souvenir of Water.
The dragon of... what? Huh?
Please do not be so surprised. Farina. My apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right? Well, if you don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Right, of course. Well, definitely... There's still something...
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
None of the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so we...
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my...
please go right ahead. There's a place... We'll see you another time.
Take
चलो
care.
बाय लेट्स गो. देखो 2-3 चीजें तो कंफर्म हो गई, ठीक है, और दो तीन बातें देखो कंफर्म हो गई, और उसके साथ ही रुक जाओ, पहले हम ना यहाँ पर वो कर लेते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं, कैथरीन से जाके सामान ले लेते हैं ताकि वो हो जाए, आज के कमीशंस हो जाए और एक्सपीडिशन भी हो जाए.
Clears Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
पर यार देखो हमें 2-3 चीजों के तो अच्छे जवाब मिल गए, ठीक जवाब मिल गए, बट ऐसा नहीं, वो चीजें हमें पता नहीं थी, वो चीजें हमें पता थी, बट ठीक है, तो अब तो कंफर्म ही हो, ठीक है, तो कोई उसमें शक ही नहीं है। यार फिशल भी कैरेक्टर अच्छी है, मुझे चाहिए थी, पता है, फिशल अच्छा है, मिल गई, लेट्स गो। अरे आई थिंक मेरे पे फिशल के कपड़े हैं, वेट वेट वेट, एक बार उसको लगाता हूँ और एक बार देखता हूँ, उसके शायद कपड़े हैं मेरे पास।
In the name of the Prinzessin.
See?
I created another universe and found.
अरे नहीं है यार, शॉप में इससे
Created
कपड़े हैं
another
इस वक्त,
universe
वेट।
and founded paradise.
वो ये वाले हैं क्या? ओ नहीं, ये नहीं यार, एक छोटे वैसे वाले थे, अच्छी भाई।
Official
किधर?
and the.
अरे एक दूसरे थे फ्री वाले, पता है, वो शायद चले गए ना, इसलिए
I
नहीं मिले।
created.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं। ये कर लिया ना हमने, ठीक है।
You guys are back.
You guys.
And here.
All right.
अभी भगाते हैं गाइस, क्योंकि अब
I was also
हमें
whenever he'd say
फोर्टनाइट
that.
खेलना है भाई, कुछ भी करके। बहुत देर हो गई यार ये करते करते।
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be.
Traveler, are you still doing all right? We're fine. A few people. Oh, of course. How did Nerv? Miss sure Nerv. I ran into the. If you're not, just let me know if you can. I'd like to.
ठीक है, अब चलते हैं ऑफिस में। हैं? यहाँ आई थिंक लास्ट में आना है, आई थिंक, या नीचे चलना होगा, कुछ नहीं करना।
Jurier,
Yeah.
that's no excuse for.
Jurier, Lurvine, we're.
Hello there. It's been.
And you.
Yep.
It can be.
I mean, the.
Oh yeah.
You two really are
Not at all.
भाई इन दोनों का चलता रहता है यार। तो ऊपर जाना है हमें, ठीक है। चलो चलो जल्दी ऊपर चलो भाई, जल्दी चलो। ला 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 ला। यार इवन तो हम सोच रहे थे वो जो हमारा ड्यूक है वो बैड कैरेक्टर है, पर नहीं है।
Now
He is
guess.
not a bad
What
character.
suit?
Well, well, look who it is.
Traveler, pipe.
Looks like you're
Oh, right.
Whoa, how did...
She didn't want to stress.
Yeah.
Okay, but check...
You meant father?
She said a few things that were...
Her attitude towards you is you should believe.
Oh, Paimon...
Hey!
Are you going?
Looks like it.
Excellent.
For real?
Another and well, next.
अब ड्यूक्स के ऑफिस जाना ना, डायरेक्ट टीपी मार दिया हमने इसे।
Do my eyes
We wanted to see how the...
We're fine for the most part.
If that's the case...
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. He came here in a hurry.
He sure's...
Miss Cloran.
Where the gift...
Neuvillette got the milk. Well, it's Neuvillette. Oh, and I have some...
Are these from...
Nope. They're from yours truly. You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time.
For real? Then we could stay here for a really long time?
You may access the cafeteria. Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
ओके चलो गाइस, डर्मेटोरी जाना है, सोना है अपने को, ठीक है। इधर मारते हैं टीपी। अभी तो यार ये बंद करने के बाद जाके देखना भी होगा भाई कोई है भी फोर्टनाइट खेलने वाला कि नहीं अभी, वरना अकेले तो यार नहीं खेला जाएगा ना।
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners. Sure feel... Huh? How did you know? Hey, it's like... There are so many bad things in the world. You're counting Paimon today? Then let's have... the last time we should be safe now. Alright then. Good night to you, traveler.
Let's go guys. चाइल्ड का ड्रीम गाइस, लेट्स गो। मैंने बोला था ना ये लूप होल में छोड़ेंगे जरूर। ओ ये कौन सा क्रीचर था भाई? सॉरी भाई, देखा तुमने वो क्रीचर कौन था? वो आर्कोन्स खत्म? अरे यार हम नहीं कब आएंगी यार, आर्कोन क्वेस्ट खत्म हो गई गाइस। अब तो वर्ल्ड क्वेस्ट बची है बहुत सारी, आर्कोन क्वेस्ट क्यों खत्म हो गई? नहीं यार, आर्कोन क्वेस्ट क्यों खत्म हो गई? नहीं गाइस, फाइनली इट्स टाइम, ठीक है। हम पे एक पुल और 700 प्राइमोस है, तो हम 5 पुल्स करेंगे, ठीक है। देखो एक पुल होता है, नहीं नहीं नहीं, अरे शिट, देखो 1600 लगते हैं 10 के लिए, तो एक पुल होता है 160 का, ठीक है। तो हमने एक तो खरीद दिया, अब हमें करना है 4। तो देखो मेरी मैथ बहुत खराब है, तो उससे तो हमें बचना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। तो 160 इंटू 4 इक्वल्स टू 424 और हम पे है 700, तो इट्स इजी, ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम उसमें तो, ठीक है। पर उसके लिए हमें पहले चलते हैं हम ऊपर नेवलेट के घर। हाइड्रो सिजिल ही नहीं है यार। गाइस काश इन 5 पुल्स में अगर हमें मिल गया नेवलेट तो ठीक है, नहीं मिला तो गाइस फिर कुछ कर नहीं सकते, है ना। फिर तो मतलब 10 पुल्स बाद तो फिर पिटी हिट हो ही जाएगी। जो मैक्सिमम अमाउंट होता है 90 का, वो तो हो ही जाएगा, तो इट्स इजी, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। बट इन 5 पुल्स में मिल जाए तो अच्छी बात है ना। भाई देखो उस तरफ जाने का रास्ता है नहीं, ठीक है, तो हम वो तराजू के बगल में ही खड़े होकर कर लेते हैं, ठीक है। ऊपर बैठता है नेवलेट और वहां जाने का कोई रास्ता नहीं है। हम वो ना पकड़ के, दीवार पकड़ के भी नहीं चढ़ सकते वहां की, पता नहीं क्यों यहाँ की दीवारें पे नहीं चढ़ सकते हम, ऐसा देखो। तो इसीलिए ऊपर भी चढ़ नहीं पा रहे, वरना तो दीवार चढ़ जाते, कोई दिक्कत हो रही थी। कोई नहीं, यहाँ खड़े होकर कर लेते हैं गाइस। चलो हमें 4 पुल सॉल्व करने, ठीक है। 1 2 3 लेट्स गो। पहला, अरे आ गया गोल्डन, प्लीज नेवलेट, तो प्लीज, मैं देख नहीं रहा गाइस। गाइस क्या आया, क्या आया, मैं देख रहा हूं। हाँ, अरे नहीं गाइस देखो, अब मेरे पास कहने को कुछ है नहीं, ठीक है, रहने देते हैं। और बंद कर दिया भाई मैंने गेम। मैं क्या करूं यार, अब बताओ गाइस। पर क्यों यार? अब यार मन ही नहीं कर रहा खेलने का यार। अब क्यों करा इन्होंने ऐसा भाई? वो भी मेरे साथ हर बार यार, एक भी पीटी नहीं जीता भाई मैं। यार मैं क्या यार, मूड की ऐसी तैसी हो गई गाइस। ये कैरेक्टर इतना मन से चाहिए था भाई मुझे, बहुत मन से। पैस की आंख हो गई। ओ बैकी लिंच, ओके। इसको नहीं जानता पर बैकी लिंच को तो जानता हूँ। यार गाइस क्या करूं यार, हट यार भाई, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है यार, ऐसा थोड़ी एक बंदे को एक चीज के लिए भाई। कभी दो ही मत भाई कुछ यार, ये भी ठीक है। अगर रुको यार, इसमें चल के ना एक्सपी लेते हैं, थोड़ी प्रैक्टिस भी कर लेंगे इनकी। अरे ये क्या चल रहा है नीचे? ये क्या हो गया? भाई लोग तो बिल्ड की प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं आई थिंक। अरे वहां से एक्सपी मिल ली थी, वो गए, खत्म हो गई मिलनी। अरे हाँ, मेरे फेवरेट्स कहाँ दिखता है? मेरे फेवरेट्स में मैंने उसको ऐड करा था या लाइक करा था मैंने, पता नहीं। अरे मेरे फेवरेट्स मैप में कहाँ दिखेंगे? वो रिसेंटली प्लेड ये रहे। हाँ ये रहा ना, इसमें मिलेगा। Let's go. यार गाइस पर बहुत बुरा लगा यार, बहुत बुरा लगा। तो इसके अंदर कहाँ होगी? इसके अंदर तो मैं आया ही नहीं था। ओ ये ली, देखा, मुझे पता था भाई। आइए अरे फाज नहीं, अरे अच्छी भाई। ब्याज अकेले सब कहाँ गए भाई? कोई आज आया नहीं है। कोई बात नहीं, अकेले क्या हो गया भाई? अरे यहीं कहीं था यार उस दिन, ये रहेगा। देखा, मैं लड़ा इसलिए क्योंकि शायद लड़ने से बढ़ती रहे, ये सोच के, पर ये नहीं बढ़ रही। मे बी मेरी लिमिट जितनी थी वो रीच हो गई है आई थिंक। मैं विजार्ड हूँ। ओके ओके विजार्ड भाई, क्या हाल चाल है? अच्छा बेटा, हमें बिल्ड करना नहीं आता तो क्या तोड़ के मारेंगे भाई? हल्के में ले रहे दिखे हैं। आओ 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 सुअर के बच्चों, आओ आओ ना बाहर। चल जा बेटे, तेरी भैंस क्या कुत्ता। एम है बेटा, एम है, एम है। ऐसे ही नहीं है, ऐसे ही नहीं है, ऐसे ही नहीं है हम, समझ रहे हो? अरे फक, अब नहीं लगाई। ठीक है भाई, सॉरी फॉर द ट्रैश टॉकिंग। सॉरी सॉरी। कोई स्कोप वाली गन लेनी चाहिए यार, पता है वो कहाँ है अपनी डबल मैग वाली? भैंस की आँख कहाँ है वो? वो मिलती ही नहीं इसमें यार। चलो इसको देखते हैं कैसी चलेगी। अरे नहीं नहीं नहीं, ग्लिच ग्लिच ग्लिच। अरे नहीं, ग्लिच हो गया, रुक जा कुत्ता। मेरा ग्लिच हो गया यार, मेरी स्क्रीन वो हो गई पूरी फ्रीज। चला जा बेटा, चला जा। चला जा चला जा चला जा बेटे, चला जा। ओ ये आ गया प्रो प्लेयर भाई कोई। अरे नहीं, इसकी भाई ये दूसरी शॉटगन है। मेरी शॉटगन ना थोड़ी वैसी वाली है, रुक रुक के चलती है। आई ये लास्ट गोली में फेल दिया बे। चला जा नूबरे, चला जा चला जा, जा हमसे मत न लड़े, जा। देखो गाइस, देख रहे हो? हाय ये थर्ड पार्टी करी फिर भी नहीं मार पाया भाई। अरे यार दो दो आ गए, भैंस की आंख, मेरे को ही मारने आ रहे हरामी लोग भाई। अरे बगल से आ गया। नहीं भाई नहीं, छी भाई, छी 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 छी। अरे यार मेरे को बिल्ड नहीं आता भाई, क्यों कर रहे हो बिल्ड? आराम से खेल लो बिना बिल्ड के। नहीं, इनको चुनीने काट रहे हैं। अरे नहीं, दो दो की भैंस की आंख। ये नो मैच है भाई मेरे लिए। ये अगर बिल्ड ना करे मेरे को मार ही नहीं पाएंगे, देख लो। देख लो देख लो। चला जा चला जा। अरे रिलोड यार, फक। जाओ ना बे यार। वो बिल्ड कर रहे हैं इसलिए उनका पता पॉइंट ऊपर है, वो बिल्ड कर रहे हैं ना। पर मेरे को बिल्ड आता ही नहीं। अरे मत होना यार, ये क्या ग्लिच है यार। अरे फक। चलो यार बंद करते हैं, सोलो खेलेंगे। एक्सपी भी नहीं मिल रही ना उतनी। आ जाओ सोलो खेलेंगे, लेट्स गो। इसको फेवरेट्स में ऐड कर लेते हैं, है ना। हाँ हम्म। भाई अब हमें अनलिमिटेड खेलना है। अब वो ढूंढे कहाँ, इतने सारे तो इसमें मोड है। भाई ब्राउज ही करना पड़ेगा। चलो यार, इसके लिए मेरे को इतना बुरा लगा ना भाई। क्यों मिल गई, क्यों भाई। इतने मन से नेवलेट चाहिए था ना मुझे, इतने मन से। सारा वो हो गया भाई, सब बेकार हो गया। हाँ मैच मिल जाए बस जल्दी से, हमें मैच मिल रहा है गाइस, मिल रहा है। सोलो कोई जल्दी खेलता नहीं है ना यार, इसलिए सोलो बहुत देर में मिलता है यार। कोई है नहीं तो सोलो ही खेलना पड़ेगा यार। इसमें एक छोटा पैक भी रखना चाहिए था, पता है, 200-300 रुपए का ना। कोडा शॉप पे देखूंगा। कोडा शॉप पे फोर्टनाइट की करेंसी मिलती है, पता नहीं, देखना पड़ेगा यार। कोडा शॉप पे वीबक देखेंगे। जैसे अगर कोडा शॉप पे क्या होता है ना, जैसे कोई कोई जो गेम में भी एडेड नहीं होते वो भी मिलता है, समझ रहे हो। रुको अभी देखते हैं। कोडा शॉप, फोर्टनाइट। नहीं यार, फोर्टनाइट की नहीं मिल रही गाइस। हम चलते हैं ऐसी जगह चलते हैं जहां हम अब तक गए नहीं है, जो अननोन है हमसे। चलो अब तो कोई जगह बची नहीं, ज्यादा स्लैपी शॉट से चल। Let's go. कितना तगड़ा लग रहा है ना गाइस, जो हाथ में पहना है, देख रहे हो उतर क्या फील दे रहा है। ओए यहाँ नहीं उतरना है, यहाँ उतरेंगे ना। एक बंदा आ रहा है। तो कोई बंदा तो है, पर अभी हम जाएंगे नहीं, 2 मिनट रुकते हैं। एक शॉटगन मिल जाती ना, मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाता, पता है। वीसी में आ जाओ। अरे यार सुपर भाई तुमको टैग करना भूल गया यार मैं, फक भाई। मैं पता पहले क्या करता था ना, मैं पहले गन चेंज नहीं करता था ज्यादातर, पता है। पर अब आई फील कि हाँ मैं थोड़ी बहुत तो गन चेंज कर लेता हूँ। या सुपर भाई तुमको टैग करना भूल गया बस, पता है। सबको क्या कोई सी का आया ही नहीं, या सबको टैग करा कोई सा नहीं आया, तुम्हें टैग करना ही भूल। तुमको करा होता तो अभी डुओ खेल रहे होते यार।
तुम्हें ये वाली पिकेक्स कहाँ से मिली?
पता नहीं, सब फ्री में मिला है भाई, कहाँ से मिला वो नहीं पता।
मेरे को भी, मेरे पास भी नहीं है
यार। तुम पे भी नहीं है?
नहीं।
ओ भाई मतलब ये ज्यादा अच्छी है क्या?
नहीं, दिखने में बढ़िया लग रही है।
मैंने भी अभी देखा, मतलब चेंज करा, मैंने स्पाइडरमैन वाली लगा रखी थी तो मैंने फिर ये लगा।
जब तुम किसी चीज को ब्रेक करते हो इस पिकेक्स से, तो जो सर्कल्स आते हैं उन पे क्लिक करोगे ना, उनके ऊपर एम करके मारोगे तो ज्यादा डैमेज होता है वॉल में।
ओ अच्छा ठीक है। मैं अक्सर इस सर्कल का रीजन वही ढूंढता था कि पर्पस क्या है, अब पता चला।
मिल गया तुम्हें न्यूविलेट?
हाँ भाई मिला ना, देखो पायरो नेवलेट मिली भाई। आज आर्कोन खत्म करी, इतना बढ़िया सीक्रेट पता चला। और
चलो हमें मत बताना, मैंने अभी करी नहीं है।
बता दूंगा।
अरे नहीं यार।
नहीं नहीं, कर लो बस, बहुत बढ़िया है, बढ़िया है।
हाँ करेंगे, मैंने स्टार्ट कर रखी है, बस थोड़ी सी करी है।
कहाँ पर पहुंचे अभी?
मैं जब वो जेल में इन्वेस्टिगेशन स्टार्ट करते हैं।
अच्छा, अभी जब करते हैं शुरू तब नीचे जाते हैं तब?
हाँ जब 2-3 दिन होते हैं उनको बस
अरे
इन्वेस्टिगेशन।
भाई अभी तो बहुत है फिर।
ये धीरे धीरे बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं स्टोरी का, मतलब वो टाइमलाइन ना।
हाँ मतलब ये वाली खत्म करोगे ना तो एक और आती है उनका, जैसे 2 है इसी में पार्ट।
अच्छा 2 पार्ट है।
हाँ तो ये वाली खत्म होगी, एक वो मिल जाएगा, उसके बाद एक और है।
हाँ
और मस्त, मतलब मैंने सारी खत्म कर दी, मजा आया मुझे। पर मजे के बाद पूरा मूड ऑफ हो गया। इतना अच्छा नोवेलेट मिला यार, कसम से मैं आज तक मेरी पहली पिटी जीता हूँ बस। जब रेडन निकाली थी पहली बार, जब खेलना शुरू करता तभी जीता हूँ बस। उसके बाद आज तक एक पिटी नहीं जीता भाई।
मेरा भी 50-50 है वैसे तो, लेकिन मैं निकाला नहीं, मैंने अगले वाले में फुल करूंगा।
इतनी लुल किस्मत है ना उसकी। भाई पर
अगला
कैरेक्टर
हाँ वैसे है तो तगड़ा।
चाहिए था मुझे यार। सुअर के बच्चों को पता है क्या चाहिए होता है, वही नहीं देते। चलो भाई जब चलते हैं भसड़ कर ले।
एक बार अपनी क्वेस्ट पूरी कर लो जब तुम सोलो खेल रहे हो।
कौन सी क्वेस्ट है?
जो भी होती है इसमें।
कैसे देखते हैं?
मैप पे जाओ।
हाँ
मैप
हाँ क्वेस्ट्स,
वो ऊपर क्वेस्ट।
एलिमिनेट ओपोनेंट, 10 बंदे मारने हो तो
वो देखो स्नैपशॉट वाली, देखो स्नैपशॉट।
स्नैपशॉट क्राउच नियर लो गार्ड फॉर 5 सेकंड विदाउट अलर्टिंग देम।
वो नीचे वाला टॉक टू पाइपर पेस वाली हो जाएगी शायद।
पाइपर पेस, ये तो 10 बार करनी है। वो एक
नहीं
बार
वो
भी
ऊपर हाँ ये वाली, इससे बात कर ले जा।
कहाँ पर होती है ये?
ये मैप में दिखा तो रहे लोकेशन।
वो अच्छा है,
वो
मेरे
ट्रैक
पास
क्वेस्ट
ही है।
करती।
Piper please, I'm coming. अरे नहीं, ये तो मारने लगी यार।
वो अब तुम मुझे छेड़ोगे तो
अरे
मारेगी वो।
मैंने गलती से बाइक के ब्रेक नहीं लगे यार, ठुक गई।
उतर के उसे मार दो, वो फिर रिस्पॉन होगी जब बात कर लेना।
अरे इसकी तो हेल्थ ही खत्म नहीं हो रही।
हाँ इनकी थोड़ी सी ज्यादा होती है।
हो गई भाई फाइनली मल्टी। वो हो गई इस मल्टी। पाइपर पेस बात कर ले मुझसे प्लीज। थैंक यू सो मच। हो गई हाँ। कलेक्ट मसल कार पार्ट्स ये कहाँ मिलते हैं? उसी पे क्लिक करूँगा।
ट्रैक करो क्वेस्ट को उस पे।
हाँ एक तो मेरे यहाँ पास में ही है।
नीचे वो ट्रैक क्वेस्ट का ऑप्शन है वो क्लिक कर दो।
वो अच्छा होता है क्या? एक तो यहीं पर है कहीं। यार ये चीजें मैं इतने दिन से खेल रहा हूँ मुझे नहीं पता थी आज तक। भाई अरे मैं इन अनफॉर्चुनेटली 2 ही ले पाऊंगा इस गेम। या ले लूँ क्या जाके तीसरी? होगा सही दूंगा तो।
हाँ चले जाओ थोड़ा सा एक बार।
ड्राइविंग भी बहुत अच्छी है। अरे रोड के बाहर लगाई हुई है। अरे मेरे को आ जाओ सुपराज भाई आ जाओ। यार मैंने पेट्रोल पंप फूक दिया आग लग गई। वाह मोदी जी वाह। अच्छा ये फोर्टनाइट के वीबक फोर्टनाइट के अलावा कहीं और मिलते हैं ना? मिलते हैं क्या?
हाँ फोर्टनाइट के अलावा कहाँ मिलेंगे?
अरे जैसे बहुत सारे जैसे एपेक्स लेजेंड के उसमें कोडा शॉप में मिलते हैं। तो ऐसे मतलब होती है ना थर्ड पार्टी एप्स।
नहीं पता नहीं मैं।
यार क्योंकि एक तो ये इन्होंने कोई छोटा पैक भी नहीं रखा भाई वरना मैं ले लेता 200-300 वाला कोई रखा होता तो। मुझे लेना है यार। भाई अब मजा आने वाला है। सुपर आज भाई के साथ हम विक्ट्री निकालेंगे, चिंता मत करो गाइस, विक्ट्री, नो वरीज, नो वरीज। अच्छा यहाँ पे एक मिशन है, देखो इसका लिखा है इसमें, ओपन, अरे नहीं, अरे नहीं कहाँ गया? वो पार्ट लेने पड़ेंगे, एक ही बचा है। ये देखो मेरे हाथ का, देखो
कहाँ पर है लास्ट पार्ट?
ये इधर ही है, बगल में ही है।
अच्छा,
तो यहाँ से सरवाइव करके फिर एक बंदा आ रहा है। अरे ये कौन है?
भाई मेरा था वो, मैंने 1 HP का रखा था।
ठीक है यार, क्या तुम्हारा क्या मेरा दोस्ती में तो सब चल।
मेरी ना एक क्वेस्ट बच रही है आखिरी की, मेरे को 7 एलिमिनेशन करने और टॉप 5 में पहुंचना।
अरे टॉप 5 में तो पहुंच ही जाएंगे। अरे कुत्ते का बच्चा आ गया एक। बच्चा लो रे बाबा, मैं तो गोली नहीं रे बाबा। इसको पेलेगा मेरे को, इधर है, मैं मार दिया उसे। ये लो सुपर आग भाई, ये लो। अच्छा तुम्हारे पास भी है। वो किधर गया नॉक वाला? वो ये भाग रहा, कुत्ते के बच्चे। अरे मैंने वो मेरी ट्विन में फेंक दिया यार, फक। ओ फक, मेरी 72 हो गई। ये भी चुराया,
तीनों असिस्ट मिले हैं।
चुराया क्या है मैंने?
सब चुरा लिया तो।
ठीक है भाई। चलो आज मैं सुपर आज का रोल निभा रहा हूँ गाइस, मैं रोल प्ले कर रहा हूँ आज। वेलो
आ जाओ नीचे आ जाओ, कहाँ जा रहे हो?
अरे मैंने मेरी ट्विन मैग कहीं फेंक दिया था। चलो नीचे मिल जाएगी ट्विन मैग तो।
मिल जाएगी।
चलो चलो भाई, खेलते तो हैं हम, टीम तो अच्छी है।
सामने आने दे।
ओ भाई बहुत सामान, बहुत सामान।
स्नाइपर स्नाइपर ले।
स्नाइपर तो ले लूं, पर फिर यार मुझे एसएमजी या शॉटगन की तरफ से एक चीज कुछ फेंकनी पड़ेगी। मेरे पे देखो शॉटगन ये कलर की है, ये चाहिए आपको? ये वाली ये देखो, ये ले लो। ये मैंने बॉट से खरीदी थी। स्नाइपर तो उठा लिया मेरे पे। चलो पर्पल तब तक हक भाई, ऐसा लग रहा है दिल मुंह में आ जाएगा भाई।
क्या हुआ?
अरे जुकाम हो रखा, छींको से ऐसा लग रहा है कि फेफड़े मुंह में ही है, तो दर्द हो रहा है।
चलो तुम्हारा पार्ट लेने चलते हैं।
चलो चलो। वो टुन में मिली। मैं पर्पल गन फेंक रहा हूँ, एक चाहिए तो ले लो, क्योंकि इस गन का कोई मतलब नहीं, मुझसे चलती नहीं। अरे मैं यहाँ से कूदूंगा तो डैमेज होगा ना। हाँ, अरे यहाँ कोई है बात करने वाला आदमी? कौन है यहाँ पे? मैं आऊँ क्या बात करके? अरे फक!
कितनी ऊपर से गिरे हो?
अरे मैं इधर वाली पे कूद रहा था यार, ये भैंस का दीवार ही खत्म हो गई। मैं वहीं हूँ नीचे। कितना नूब हो यार। बंदा है यहाँ कोई?
हाँ आवाज आ रही है।
अच्छा तो वही है जिससे मैंने शॉटगन खरीदी थी। तो चलते हैं, मैं पार्ट देख लेता हूँ किधर है। ये रहा, देखो मेरे मार्क पे इधर। मेरे पे उगने वाला है, मैं जाऊं? बंदे ना हो। बंदे तो नहीं, यहाँ पे एक डायनासोर है, पिल्ला आराम ज्यादा। हो गया।
पिज्जा उठा लो पिज्जा।
पीजू एक काम करता हूँ और क्वेस्ट देखता हूँ। अच्छा ये क्या होता है? एक्टिवेट ऑगमेंट सिक्योर योरसेल्फ अ bespoken सिलेक्शन ऑफ रियलिटी ऑगमेंट एंटोनिया।
ये जो तुम 7 दबा के पावर अप यूज कर दो आर्गमेंट।
वो अच्छा वो ऑगमेंट होता है। चलो रुको 2 लेता हूँ।
ये ले शॉटगन।
तो हो गया ये। क्या दे रहे थे? शॉटगन नहीं, आज स्नाइपर है ना। या शॉटगन ले लो, स्नाइपर फेंको।
तुम्हारी बात।
वो इस वाली से अच्छी है वो शॉटगन।
ये मतलब मारने के बाद ना एक बूस्ट दे देती है, लेकिन डैमेज मेरे ख्याल से इसका क्या गोल्डन का ज्यादा अच्छा हो।
चलो यार यही ले लेता हूँ मैं। शॉटगन ही ले। अरे मेरे को बलून मिल गया एक।
बलून
ओए
की
बंदे
अच्छा
इधर।
तुमने वो
इधर बंदे इधर।
कैप्स लॉक से बलून छोड़ देगा, वो ज्यादा ऊपर चले जाओगे ना तो गिर के मर जाओगे।
हाँ मैंने नहीं छोड़ा इसीलिए देखा मैंने। इधर बंदे आ जाओ। मैंने वो बलून पे देखे। अरे हर जंप पे एक बलून मिल रहा है मुझे।
हाँ वो तुमने आर्ग्यूमेंट लिया ना वो वाला।
हाँ आर्गुमेंट ले लिया।
सही है, ऐसे तुम लंबी जंप मार सकते हो, लेकिन छोड़ते रहना।
अरे मैं ऊपर ही जाता जा रहा हूँ। ये रहा बंदा यहाँ। एट दिस टाइम ऑफ पॉइंट। मैं बंदे के पास हूँ, मेरे को डर लग रहा है। एक को नॉक कर दिया जल्दी प्लीज। नहीं ऐसा ना करो डार्लिंग भाई। डार्लिंग भाई हील कर।
कोई नहीं होता होता।
यार फक भाई, मैं बंदा देख के अंधे की तरह घुस जाता हूँ यार। ये वाला नॉक तुमने ही करा था नॉक बंदा या मैंने करा था?
पता नहीं।
मैंने उसको 3 गोली मारी पर वो एकदम से गिर गया, मतलब मेरे पे ऐसा आया नहीं।
हाँ नॉक मैंने करा था वो शॉटगन से।
तुम मार देते, तुम जो वो तलवार से करने लगे उस चक्कर में नहीं मारते।
अरे मेरे को लगा मैंने उस पे अपनी SMG पे लिया है, वो गलती से स्वॉर्ड पे आ गया था।
उसके ऐसे ना उसने तुम्हें लो HP कर दिया था।
मैं वही सोचा गोली क्यों नहीं चल रही, मैंने तभी कर ली थी।
अरे एक PlayStation वाला भी तो है।
कोई नहीं, इतने भी बढ़िया नहीं थे वैसे ये लोग।
हाँ ये उतना ठीक है। अरे ये कौन सी एबिलिटी है? ये जब जब स्प्रिंट मार के कूद रहा है ये वो हो जा रहा है।
वो लाइट सेवर के साथ ऐसे ही होता है।
ओह अच्छा ठीक है भाई, ठीक है। कोई बात नहीं यार, एक गेम हार गए तो क्या हो गया गाइस, ये वाला जीतेंगे पक्की बात है। चलो हम दृढ़ निश्चय करते हैं कि ये वाला गेम जीतेंगे। लेट्स भाई ये वाला गेम जीतेंगे ना?
हाँ पूरी कोशिश रही।
कहाँ चले?
चले हाँ।
अरे ये तो वही सिटी है जहाँ सबसे ज्यादा भसड़ होती है।
अभी थोड़ी हुई, और ये वैसे भी हॉट जोन की तरफ कम ही लोग उतरते हैं।
ये ग्लाइडर से थोड़ा तेज उतरने का तरीका नहीं है क्या? धीरे धीरे उतर।
तो तुम्हारा ग्लाइडर जल्दी खुल जाएगा।
जितना उतर रहा उतने भसड़ चालू है, आवाज आ रही है। आपके पास बंदे हैं क्या?
थोड़ी सी आवाज तो आ रही है दूर से। चलो मैं निपटा के आता हूँ।
भाई मरना मत बस। आ रहा हूँ मैं आप ही के पास, क्या करूँगा? वो रियल है कि बॉट है? कोई कार्ड मिला कोई? वो ले लो शॉर्ट, वो वाली। ये कार्ड से क्या करता है, रखूं कि फेंक दूं?
रख लो।
ठीक है ठीक है, आओ चलते हैं कार्ड के, कार्ड का यूज होगा। हमने यहाँ की मेन सिक्योरिटी तो पेल दी।
वो है यहाँ पे टर्रेंट नहीं है।
आ जाओ।
अरे सेम ही पहले यार।
कुछ काम का तो मिलता नहीं है यार यहाँ पे ऐसे यार। रुको मैं मेरा मिशन देखता हूँ क्या करना है। मुझे 2 बंदे और मारना है बस। स्नैपशॉट में अरे स्लैपी शोज चलता है, मिशन है वहाँ मेरा। देखो पिकअप अ पिज्जा एट स्लैपी शोज एंड क्विक डिलीवर इट टू मेगा सिटी। मेगा सिटी, अरे भाई स्लैपी शोज से मेगा सिटी वापस आ गया। जाऊँ क्या मैं, बताओ मैं वहाँ जाकर लेकर आऊँ?
चलो चलो।
बाइक उठाते हैं यहाँ से, वो वाली बूस्ट वाली और सब। ओह क्या मिल गया। पिज्जा उठा लो, यहाँ पिज्जा पड़ा है।
लाइट सेवर लेके चलते हैं। तो गोली मार रहा है।
आप अंदर गए? वो आ भी गए बाहर।
आ गया। बहुत
चल या आर्मी इन्हें ले लेके अपने साथ। अच्छा तो वो वाली क्या करा आपने?
अच्छा तुम नीचे गिर गए।
नहीं कोई नहीं, मैं बाइक ढूंढ लो एक, फिर उठाता हूँ मैं पिज़्ज़ा, फिर डिलीवर करना है मुझे। जल्दी कुछ क्या और इस बेचारे के साथ पता है गलत हो गया, मैं कूदा ना, ये बेचारा यहाँ पे वो कर रहा था।
मारो मारो मारो।
मार दिया, मैं नहीं मारा ना।
हाँ अरे रे भाई थे तो यार उसका बात चलेगा।
अरे मेरे को सामान के बीच में आप दिख ही नहीं रहे थे, मैं आप ही को ढूंढ रहा था भाई। ऐसा ना सोचे कि मैं आपको छोड़ के लूट रहा था, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं कर सकता मैं। शायद उठा ले ऐसे पिज़्ज़ा। बाइक वाइक मिली अपने को क्या?
हाँ पड़ी है भाई।
लो उठा ले, चलो चलो चलो। बाइक कहाँ है? कार है।
इधर है, इधर आ रहे।
चलो आप चलो। उसे लेके कहाँ जाना है?
वहीं जाना है जहाँ से आए थे। देखो मेरे को चलाना, मैं तुम्हें एकदम वहीं ले जाऊँ, मुझे पता है बेटा।
अरे 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 उतर क्यों गए? लेफ्ट कंट्रोल दबाते ना। चलो चल जल्दी जल्दी। गाइस लेट्स गो, हमने आज सुपर भाई को बताया।
इस बिल्डिंग के ऊपर जाना है सामने।
तो ऊपर जाना है। ये रहा ये रहा। एक्सक्यूज मी मिस, किस से दिखा देती है? मिल गई, लेट्स गो। 74 हो गया भाई लेवल।
बस यहाँ टाइम लिमिट भी थी, कितने टाइम में आके करता।
वो अच्छा। हमें बंदे मार, बंदे मिल ही नहीं गए।
मिले तो थे जिन सब अभी हम मर गए।
डिप्लॉय अ पिज़्ज़ा पार्टी एट वन ऑफ थ्रोन स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट, कुछ लिखा है। हम अच्छा एक यहीं पे भी है, यहाँ पे भी है, ये देखो इधर।
पिज्जा उठा के उसे थ्रो कर दो बस। वो वहाँ पे ग्राउंड ड्रॉप हुआ बंदे हैं वहाँ।
कहाँ? ओ हाँ, चले क्या? रुको मैं बस पिज्जा उठा के ड्रॉप करके आता हूँ।
और यहाँ पर बंदे हैं।
अरे कहाँ ढूंढूं मैं पिज्जा?
जिप लाइन पे चढ़ रहे बंदे आ रहे बंदे आ रहे।
अरे मेरे को लोकेशन दिख तो रही है पर पिज्जा नहीं दिख रहा कहीं। वैसे लोकेशन के क्लोज आओ ना तो एक मार्क दिखता है, वो मार्क भी नहीं दिख रहा। ये रे मार दिया। ओ भाई मैं प्रो हो गया हूँ भाई, मैं प्रो हूँ, मैं प्रो हूँ। पैस क्या मेरे से प्रो ही
निपटा दिए?
हाँ एक ही था, एक ही था।
अच्छा
तुम्हें लगता है यार मैं दो मार।
इधर आओ नीचे आओ, नीचे जहाँ से हमने लिया था। यहाँ भी नहीं है।
अरे नहीं वो जैसे जब उसके पास आता हो तो लोकेशन दिखती है, एक मार्क सा दिखता है, पर वो मार्क दिख ही नहीं रहा।
नहीं वो तुमने मार्क करा होगा।
अच्छा ऊपर है शायद, छत पे है, छत पे है। हाँ ऊपर ही है, मिल गया। इस बिल्डिंग के ऊपर कैसे जाएं?
यहाँ से आओ। वैसे इस बिल्डिंग के ऊपर जा नहीं सकते।
उसके ऊपर ही है वो पिज्जा। वैसे
ऊपर कैसे हो सकता है? अरे पिज्जा नहीं है, वो लोकेशन दिखा रहा है कि वो क्या कहते हैं इस एरिया में तो पिज्जा डिप्लॉय करता है।
ओ अच्छा तो पिज्जा ढूंढना पड़ेगा मैं ऐसा?
हाँ पूरे मेगा सिटी में कहीं पिज्जा ढूंढो। पिज्जा
ढूंढना है यार, पिज्जा में पीछे छोड़ आए। अरे मैंने यहीं पे गिराया था, पता है, मार्क भी लगाया था। अपना मार्क दोबारा लगा सकते हैं क्या?
वो तो हट गया होगा ना, तुम ज्यादा दूर से गए तो।
चलो छोगा, चलते हैं, बंदे मारते हैं भाई। मिशंस पे ध्यान नहीं दे रहे, मतलब देते अब। बहुत किल्स चले गए हमारे उसके चक्कर में। आ जाओ छोड़ दो। जोन आ रहा है, आ जाओ। यार मिशन के चक्कर में किल्स भी होता है। कहाँ है बंदे?
यहाँ स्नाइपर अगर चाहिए तो।
स्नाइपर है मैं, रुको मैं आ रहा हूँ, इनको मारता हूँ स्नाइपर से। अच्छा आपने उठा ली, कोई नहीं सर, मारो मारो मारो।
मार रहा है वो, इधर ही मार रहा है।
देता हूँ उसको मेरे को।
स्नाइपर देख के छुप गया हूँ।
वो पीक ही नहीं दे रहा अब, वो बार बार बदल रहा है अपना छेद। आजा आजा। उसने जैसे ही देखा मैंने पीक हटा लिया वैसे ही मारने लगा कुत्ता।
और जैसे ही उन्हें वो फ्लैश आएगा वो मारेंगे।
पीछे पीछे पीछे, भागो भागो आप भागो। यार आगे वालों की जगह पीछे वाले हैं। भाग भाई, भाग जाओ भागो। क्या बैड लक है भाई, ये बंदे भी नहीं बच पाए जिन्होंने मारा हमें, फिर भी इनकी ऐसे चुनूने है ना। चलो चलो। और ये दोनों जो बर्फ पे थे ना, वो दोनों प्ले स्टेशन के हैं।
ये तो कैंप कर रहा है पूरा
पूरा कैंप भाई, हिल ही नहीं रहे तो यहाँ से। ये तो रैंक की तरह खेल रहे हैं इसको। इनका दूसरा टीममेट नहीं देख सकते ना हम?
नहीं।
सबसे ज्यादा एक्सपी स्नैपशॉट के मिशन देते हैं, इसलिए आप वही करते हो ज्यादातर है ना। फोरकास्ट टावर्स जून में है।
कूद जाओ।
जा कर फ्लैपी शॉट्स।
कहाँ जाना है तो?
मैंने देखा नहीं ना कहाँ कूदे।
यहाँ से लूट के ना आगे चलेंगे वहाँ पर।
अच्छा फ्रेंजी फील्ड है, बंदे हैं बहुत सारे। मैं मर गया। वहीं खड़ा है, वहीं खड़ा है, ये आ गया। दोनों आ गए। क्यों गन ही नहीं मिली भाई, एक एल गन मिली थी, उससे कुछ हुआ ही नहीं। बस करें, खेल रहे
खेल लेते हैं एक।
किस्मत ही बड़ी बेकार है। अच्छा निंटेंडो को खेल रहे हैं ये लोग, स्विच वाले भाई। Dono się pasu Ireny Ban. कहाँ चले?
आ जाओ आ जाओ।
पिज्जा मिले तो देना, यहाँ पे भी एक पॉइंट है देखने वाली।
यहाँ बहुत सारे बंदे उतरेंगे तो सरवाइव कर लेना। जहाँ उतरे क्या?
ऊपर बंदा उतर गया है वैसे। पीछे पीछे।
अरे मेरे में भी वो पीछे से मार रहा था ना।
छोड़ दो भाई, आज का दिन बेकार है, रहने देते। चलो आज पता नहीं 69 या 68 थी तब आए थे, आज 74 हो गई। चलो फिर मिलते हैं सुपर आज में, ठीक है? बाय बाय। गुड नाइट। चलो गाइस, मिलते हैं आप सब लोगों से भी कल की स्ट्रीम पे। तब तक के लिए टाटा बाय बाय, गुड बाय, सी यू गाइस। कल की नहीं, रात की स्ट्रीम में। बाय बाय, ठीक है।
Let's go. Time to grind, get inside your mind. Yeah, we working overtime, that's the only way to climb. We gon' make it in our prime, signing on the dotted line, cashing checks left and right. That's the way I'm living life. I feel alive when I got a goal in sight. Chip away, I gotta fight. Ain't nobody else in sight. Man, I think I see the light. Yeah, that shit is so bright. Follow me, I got the guide. See you on the other side, son. Ain't nobody know what I've been through. Ain't nobody know what I can do. I'm ready to go into battle. I'll put on a show, razzle dazzle. I'm about